Hey, what's going on, everybody? FullFrontage here today, bringing y'all a Clash mini video. And in today's video, we're gonna go over my balance change wish list that I feel like kind of needs to be addressed ASAP before the next season. So this isn't for like season 3 balances. This is for what I think needs to be addressed like within the next week. And then I'm also going to talk about what I would like to see in the next update that would help push the game closer to a global release. A lot of people are asking when will the game go global, and I personally do not think the game is ready to go global in its current state. So we're going to talk about that in today's video. Now, let's talk about the balances that I think are required for either like two balances that are definitely required like as soon as possible, and that's going to be the Wave Master and the Healing Ranger. Wave Master at level 10, like the game is just not fun for me personally, and I'm sure other creators and people in the community shared this sentiment, especially around Wave Master at level 10. If you have played against the level 10 Wave Master, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not played against the level 10 Wave Master, then you probably share similar frustrations about it at level 5 because it also impacts level 5 ability. So first thing, right now, the Wave Master it's too tanky. It has too consistent of a stun timer, especially at level 10. It stuns in an arc all around it, which is crazy. The percentage is 20%, even though it can hit like 2 to 3 to 4 to 7 times in a row. I've seen it hit 7 times in a row, which is absolutely crazy. So personally, I think the Wave Master needs to have its HP reduced, because at max level it has 21 HP. The Barbarian King at max level has 22 HP. The Wave Master is like 20 times better than the Barbarian King, so it should not be that close in health. I think the Wave Master needs like 18 or 17 health at max hit points, maybe even 16. 18 to 16 I think is okay range, depending on what Fang and the balance team sees fit for it, but I really think it needs an HP nerf probably towards the end of its leveling up, so like around level 7 to 10-ish. It can probably be toned down a bit. Its energy cost needs to be increased to 9. It charges supers way too fast. It gets 1 charge per hit and 1 charge every time it gets hit. So all you need is to hit 4 times or get hit 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 vice versa, and then you get your super off. When it gets its super off, its level 5 ability is it heals 1 HP per enemy that it hits. So if it hits like half your team, which most of the time it does, unless it's in early rounds, but in later rounds it's hitting 3 to 4 units, maybe even 5, 3 to 4 on average, I would say, it's going to heal up 3 to 4 hit points. Like it really doesn't need that much. So I think its energy needs to be increased, and that'll kind of offset the healing. And then the hit speed should be 0.9 hits per second. So that's what I think needs to be done to the Wave. Oh, also the stun should be reduced to like 10%. That's another thing. Stun needs to be reduced to 10% on its level 10 ability. It stuns too consistently. It gets supers off too consistently. It's way too tanky. It heals when it does its super at level 5. It doesn't need to be tanky. It heals itself. So that needs to be changed. And then the Healing Ranger, I think, needs to have its base HP decreased to 5 from 6. Have its energy cost increase to 5, and then change its upgrade per level to 1. Right now it's +2. I think it only needs to be +1. So that way it caps at 8 HP instead of capping at 12 HP, which is a huge difference. So I think that should be fine for the Healing Ranger. Let it get off its supers the Healing Spear a little bit more infrequently. Have it less HP overall, so it dies a little bit quicker. It's meant to be a backline unit, so it shouldn't have 12 HP at max level. 8 HP is fine for that. It's a healer. It heals itself when it throws the Healing Spear, so again, doesn't need to be that tanky. Mini Pekka, I think its base HP should just be reduced by 1. I think Dissipate is fine. It's very meta right now because a lot of the frontline units have a super ability. Like you have Golden Giant, you have Wave Master, you have Barbarian King, Shield Maiden, Monk. Like those are all requiring a Mini Pekka with Dissipate. But I think if you tone its base HP down a little bit, it will require a little bit more strategy placement with the Mini Pekka, and it'll also increase the usage of the Magic Archer. Magic Archer is still used an okay amount, but I think the Mini Pekka should just have its base HP toned down just by 1. Skeletons from the Witch should no longer trigger boast abilities. I think that would be a pretty good rework. I don't know how much I see else reworking right now. If you have any ideas, please let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to see some ideas. Swordsman, base hit per second, increase it to 0.75 from 0.65. Golden Giant, increase the energy cost to 7, make it heal 4 HP over 4 seconds instead of 4 HP over 2 seconds. Musketeer, have its base HP reduced to 7. I think that's perfectly fine. It's a ranged unit. Wizard, I would say give it spicy full negate healing back. Miner, I think a decent buff would be to have backstab trigger from the sides, kind of like they did with the feast from Countess. And then the Shield Maiden and Knight were the taunt bugs. There's currently a bug in the game where when either the Shield Maiden or the Knight taunts, all units like the Countess and the Wave Master will target that unit until it dies. So when it's not taunting during its like special ability or have the taunt last for a certain amount of time, it shouldn't create those units to automatically target it the entire time that that unit is still alive. So that's just a couple notes that I had on that. Now, for the update wish list, I'm going to run through these pretty quickly. If you want more in-depth, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll definitely answer comments. I always try to answer as many comments as I possibly can, if not every single comment that I see on videos. So, clan leaderboards, I think that's a must. Clans have it show who's online when they were last online. It's easier for clan management. Trophy requirements to join a clan. Currently, there's none. Let clan leaders and co-leaders and stuff set requirements for trophies. Player profiles, definitely a must. Let people see player profiles from the leaderboards. Let people see player profiles when they're accepting somebody into their clan. Copy paste decks. I think that'd be really cool to be able to share your deck in your clan chat. Be able to share a link to a deck on like if I'm playing a deck and I say, hey, try this deck, and I leave the link to the deck in the description below, that you're able to automatically load that into your profile or your deck slots. I think that's a really cool idea. Another raid boss would be really cool. I don't think that's like required for global release, but where raids seem to be like what's going to be like, it's a cool feature. So like I would definitely love to see more raid bosses in the future, and that also increase the raid rewards. Maybe you can also let people choose what hero fragments they get. So that way if they're focusing on upgrading one specific hero, then it's more enticing for them to do raids. Like if I'm focusing on Monk and then I only get Countess and Archer Queens, I'm like, oh, I really wanted to level up my Monk, and now I have to wait 2 days before I can even have another chance to do it. So maybe let people choose. That'd be a pretty cool idea. Variety and weekly quests. Right now the weekly quests are the exact same. Switch it up a little bit. Do win 100 trophies in Rumble matches instead of win 200 trophies overall, or win 100 trophies in duels. Make people play different game modes instead of just using Wave Master and Fisherman. Do Archer Queen and Archer, Barbarian King and Barbarian. I don't know, stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. New abilities on minis. This is something that I thought about that was said like in the early days when they were like between seasons they might switch out abilities. We saw it with the Mega Knight when he had dark armor added into this past season. So I think it'd be really cool to see some switch up on minis just to kind of change the variety of them. Like for example, the wizard, like the ice wizard has like a slow. Maybe he shoots out where he has like, instead of his level 3 is a KO ability, maybe it's a clash ability and he shoots an ice beam down the row and it slows everybody in that row for like 2 seconds. I don't know, something like that. Like switch up the abilities, switch it up. They did say they were thinking about doing that, and I think that'd be really cool to see some of the current minis with other abilities, because then it also puts less pressure on the design team to create new heroes, new minis every single season, where if they just change some of the abilities, that's probably a lot less of a workload, and it also keeps things fresh within the game, and you don't have to have a ton of minis added into the game to start switching up and creating variety in the game. So I think that'd be really cool. New game modes, like unranked game modes. So like maybe there's a double elixir game mode where you have 12 elixir instead of 6 elixir, or like a ramp up game mode where it goes round 1 you have 6 elixir, round 2 you have 7 elixir, round 3 you have 8 elixir, and so on. Just fun different game modes like that. I think that'd be really cool to have in. Spectating, let people spectate, maybe mini TV, small TV, whatever it's going to be. Have that in game. Let people spectate some replays of top 200 matches, so that way they can learn the game. Things like that. Spectating on a friends list. Definitely want a friends list in the game as well. That's the next thing, friends list. Tournament standard for mini rooms. Let people play at max level with max level heroes, as long as they have the hero unlocked or the mini unlocked. they should be able to play it at max level. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing. Emotes would be really cool. I don't think this is a requirement for global launch, but everybody talks about it. It'd be really cool to show emotes in chat, share emotes while you're waiting for the round to start and everything like that. So I think that'd be really cool. Maybe elo based for top 200, whereas if you're in the top 200, when you win a match, you win less trophies. If you lose a match, you lose more trophies. So right now, if you lose 6. If you win 5. It is like that all the way up, from legendary all the way up to the #1 person on the leaderboards. I think if you're in that top 200, maybe you lose like 7 trophies and you only win 4. So that way it's a lot more impactful at the top of the leaderboards. I think that would make things really interesting. It rewards people who win more versus people who are just consistently grinding it out. And then clan battles, like being able to start a mini room match within your clan. So like you create the room, it pops up in your clan. If you want to do Rumble, you just say, hey, let's pop into a Rumble. Instead of sharing the code, which you have to in like an external group, you should be able to do it in game. So you're able to share the room code to your clan, let people accept the match, whatever it might be. I think that'd be a really cool feature to add in as well. And I think that just creates more towards that global release type that they're going for, in terms of just keeping everything in-house, because right now there's a lot of external methods to managing clans, being able to play with friends and things like that. Bring more of that in-game, and I think the game is set into a really good position to launch for global. So that's what I have. Balance changes for the mid kind of start of next season, if you wish, and then features that I think need to be out of the game before the game can go global. Just quality of life changes, really important to what's currently in the game. I'm not focusing on like new things to add into the game, just improving what's already in the game, and making that more accessible to players. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below, and if you like these ideas, and if you have any further ideas, then feel free to share that as well. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more content, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you later. Peace out.